What's up, guys? It's Zach, and in today's episode, we're doing 5 questions in 5 minutes or less, but today is more of a would you rather round. I already asked ChatGPT for the 5 questions. Question number 1 is, would you rather know exactly what everyone thinks about you or never know what anyone thinks about you again? Me personally, I'm choosing the first option every single day. I would rather me personally know exactly what everyone thinks about me. Why? Well, there's obviously the negative of that where it's like, oh my goodness, I can see this person hates me. This person thinks I'm this person thinks I'm that. But eventually you get to know those people and you can learn how to, interact with those people better so that way they understand you in a better way. And if you can't, some people you can't really change, right? You can't change their opinions about you. I feel like eventually you would learn how to kind of adapt and overcome and have that ability to be like, okay, he thinks this or she thinks this. It's no big deal, right? But I think overall it would help you a lot in understanding other people and increase your emotional intelligence like a millionfold, versus the opposite is if you don't understand what anyone thinks about you, it's really hard to relate to people. So question number 2, would you rather be extremely successful but always feel behind, or live an average life and genuinely feel like you have enough? This is a much tougher question for me, right? Because becoming extremely successful is something that I want to do personally, right? But and there is an aspect of always feeling behind that kind of pushes you forward, but I think it's important in life to feel fulfilled. And I think, me personally, the only way to feel fulfilled is to follow Jesus Christ, right? And I'm going to always work to bring you guys to God. And something that Solomon talks about in Ecclesiastes, I've talked about in previous videos, is that he had all of the riches, all of the women, all of everything, right? And at the end of the day, it did not make him fulfilled. And he knew people that were poor and humble, and at the end of the day, they died too, right? So I think that middle path, that average life, sometimes can be the most fulfilling if you're doing it to maximize the gifts God has given you. But you shouldn't just be average to be average, because I think you should always push for more with that lens that you know that eventually your life will end, eventually it's all going to go away, and everything you're doing is to glorify God to the best of your ability. Question number 3. Would you rather find out that your happiest memory never actually happened, or that your worst memory happened differently than you remember it? I mean, I think the worst memory option was probably better, right? Because, well, maybe not better, because your worst memory could be even worse, but there's a small chance that your worst memory is better. So that would be my choice. I don't really have a good answer for that one. So we're moving on to question 4 now. Would you rather be loved by everyone but deeply understood by no one, or deeply understood by one person but let me reread that. Question number 4. Would you rather be loved by everyone but deeply understood by no one, or deeply understood by just one person but disliked by most people? This goes into that idea of groupthink, and this is probably the toughest question so far, honestly, because think about it like this. How many of us truly want to be deeply understood, right? I think we're all different in our own ways. I think it's very, very, very hard to find someone that truly deeply understands us. It's almost impossible, right? So to find one person, that would be incredible. That would be a gift from God right there, right? But you don't want everyone hating you. So I think it's always better to have one person that truly understands you than a bunch of people that just love you for no reason. But it's a tough question to balance, because if everyone hates you, life becomes pretty difficult, and you really need the help of that one person that fully understands you. So if you can get that help, maybe that's the best answer, but I don't think I have a good choice for this one. So let me know what you guys think. Question number 5. Would you rather know the uncomfortable truth about yourself that everyone else can see, or remain completely unaware of it forever? 130%, whatever you want to say, 10,000%. I would rather know the uncomfortable truth about myself that everyone else can see. Why? Because then you can learn from it. Imagine how amazing it would be to see where your shortfalls are, and immediately be able to fix them. Not because I feel like in most of the time, a lot of our shortfalls, we're blinded. We don't see them at all. And being able to see those right away would just be such an incredible gift. That's all I got. Right now we're at 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Let me know how you guys would want me to improve these videos in any sort of way. But this is the style I'm going with for right now while I can. But eventually I want to go live. If I can get to 50 followers on TikTok for Zach Wadas Daily, I can go live more often. So if you guys see this video, please follow me on TikTok so I can go live and talk with you guys. But thank you, and that's it.